Building major triads is very easy when you know the formula. A major triad is a 3-note chord. In order to start, we need a note. There's the first note. This is the tonic, or the root. I liken the root to the Eternal Father. Everything in the key of C is going to come from that, work around it, or go back to it. And so that is why I call this the Father, or I think of this. Like as I've pondered the Holy Trinity, it's not always possible to do such a thing because we need the grace of God and we need His influence and His inspiration to even think about Him. But He's given me, and He gives musicians, this model of the Trinity so that you can actually think about it and find it in an organized way and then ponder such an incredibly deep and unfathomable concept a little bit more easily. So this would be the Father, and then a perfect fifth. Of course, the interval says it all. I liken that to the Son, or to Jesus. The reason I think of the fifth as the Son is because it's like the pillar of the Trinity in terms of formation. Without that, you're playing a G as a tonic. With this, you're playing the fifth, which can go back to that and is the formation of the triad. So this, and the 5, of course, thinking of the 5 wounds of Christ. So that is what I thought of when I was thinking about the Holy Trinity and the fact that there's 3 notes. So then the Holy Spirit is the sometimes the invisible one, if you will, even though it's a unseen God. But you can have the 5th formed as in the Holy Trinity. The saying is that the love of the Father and the Son is so intense that it manifests a 3rd person, and that's the Holy Spirit. So I see that connection in this, the 7 half steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which actually form the perfect 5th. So this is held together by the Holy Spirit. So you almost can see that this is the Holy Trinity working here. They're 3 persons, they're interchangeable. But then we have a manifestation of the Holy Spirit, which gives this its character or quality. And that, in this case, will be 1, 2, 3, 4 half steps up, and it becomes our major 3rd. So now we have a major 3rd. So this can be a major triad, and of course, if we flat the 3rd, we could have a minor triad. So the variable is in the middle, and that character which changes either in 3 half steps, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, is what I liken to the Holy Spirit, because He moves between the Father and the Son and is the love between them. So we can have divine joy and we can have divine sorrow. If we return to major triads, we can think of inversions, and the inversion of a C triad has the C on top. But this is still a C triad. So now we're actually seeing the Trinity in motion, where it doesn't matter where they are, they're always one. So it's always a triad, it's always the Trinity, it's always one God. And that's what you see here. This is a major triad. Without those 3 notes, it's not a triad, but with them, it won't matter where you invert it. It's still a C chord. So if C is the triad, then that's equivalent to saying one God, 3 persons. We can invert this again. And then we're back to the root position. And the same, of course, with minor. So the Holy Trinity again appears, and this in a very clear way, like with St. Patrick and his Shamrock. This is, for musicians, a really nice, clear way to see the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And there is the sorrows of Jesus, the sorrows of God, Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. We can have darker chords that bring to humanity more of a sound of sadness or reflection. It's very important that you get all of your major triads down and all of the inversions.